House Speaker John Boehner telling Chris Wallace yesterday on Fox News Sunday that Republicans get the message of Americans.
I think our team's been listening to the American people. They want us to reduce spending, and there's no limit to the amount of spending that we're willing to cut.
So he's saying cut. But the new White House Chief of Staff, Bill Daley, claims the GOP isn't serious about trimming the fat.
Where's the beef? Let's see exactly the cuts they're talking about. No business, when they get in trouble, just cuts and has much of a business when the cycle comes back. What the president has talked about is investing.
Oh, investing, which we think means spending. So who's right? Joining us right now for a fair and balanced debate is Democratic political strategist Krystal Ball and senior policy analyst for the Independent Women's Forum, Nikki Kurokawa. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning. Thanks for having us on.
All right, Krystal, let's start with you. It is very clear the Republicans are for cutting. The Democrats and this administration, therefore, investing, which means spending.
Well, I don't think it's quite that cut and dry. What the president is trying to set up here is the fact that we have to be able to walk and chew gum. We need to cut spending. We need to demonstrate to the American people that we're willing to make difficult choices. But in the same respect, we have to make sure that we're setting ourselves up for long-term economic prosperity by investing in things like infrastructure, clean tech, education, et cetera.
You know, Nikki, it seems to me we did a bunch of investing in all those things that she just mentioned in the form of the stimulus. That really didn't get us much out of the hole. And instead, we're deeper in the hole.
Right. When I hear the word investing, I think, who's doing the choosing? It makes me really nervous that this has become a very political process. And when the government's picking winners and losers, you know, who's going to win at the, it makes me very concerned as to, I don't think the government can actually direct the economy and do it successfully. The government can't create jobs. The government can only redistribute income.
We've got a little soundbite to play both you ladies for just a moment. It is Speaker Boehner yesterday talking about President Obama and the debt limit. Listen.
There's been a spending spree going on in Washington these last couple of years that's beyond control. And if the president's going to ask us to increase the debt limit, then he's going to have to be willing to cut up the credit cards.
Well, Nikki, it sounds like the speaker's been listening to Dave Ramsey on the Fox News channel, because that's one of the things he says when you're in a hole: stop spending.
Absolutely. You know, I'm actually a libertarian, so the idea of raising the debt ceiling at all makes me sort of uncomfortable. But it is a political reality that we have to address this. I would like the Republicans to go further than just tying spending to 2008 levels. I would like us to really have an honest conversation about cutting government programs. We need to start cutting. We can't just limit ourselves. We need to eliminate and shrink the size and scope of government.
And I tell you what, Krystal, one thing that both the guys yesterday on the Sunday shows agreed on is we're running out of time. We are at that tipping point.
Right. And the thing is, we have to strike the right balance, because we have a very nascent economic recovery that's very fragile. As I said earlier, we have to make sure that we're setting ourselves up for the long term. But we do have realities of budget crisis, very high debt levels. Here's the thing that frustrates me, though. At this point, it's all just political posturing. Neither side has really proposed anything specific. So let's see exactly what cuts we're talking about. Let's see exactly what investments we're talking about. And then that'll be the time to have the real debate about what we need to do as a country.
Well, then we'll have to have both of you back. All right. Nikki and Krystal,
sounds great.
We thank you very much for joining us on this chilly Monday morning in Washington, D.C. All right.